Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So it's Sunday night and I'm meant to be doing my challenges on weekends so that I have weeks to do other things. So I had 3 challenges to do this weekend and I just finished my first one. And it is quarter of an hour away from being Monday, so whoops, you get that. So I am on to do the multimedia challenge that Crafty Dork puts up in our group, Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters, or PPCC, because that's easier to say. So for her multimedia challenge, she picks 10 prompts, and then she's given us 2 swaps where we can swap a couple of them out if we want and replace it with whatever we like. So this time we've got glitter paint, stencil and wipe with baby wipe, stamp background, fluid acrylic paint, fling paint, old book page, Rubons, add ephemera, metallic paints and ribbon. So that's an interesting lot to work with. So I am not the best with my multimedia stuff. I do like to give it a go though, and I find it fun, and occasionally I like what I produce. So I suppose that's the whole point to it. So I have this, I've ripped this out of it. It's a kid's drawing book that I picked up from the second-hand store, but I really like the paper, so I'm going to use that. And then I think I'll start with the old book page because that seems sensible. So I might do a rough collage of old book page like we all do before I start with the rest. So I've decided I will use some watered down PVP then. I played too many games on the computer in my life where you do the person versus person or whatever it is, which we call PVP, so I automatically go to say that. So I'm just going to get some of this out. So I hope you are all well. I was on a roll getting all my projects done earlier today, but we've actually got a bushfire in the area. We're not on Watch and Act here where I am, but it's very close, so I sort of was keeping an eye on that for a while. But things seem to be going okay at the moment, so I thought I can stop listening to the radio for a bit and get my mind off of it and do something else, which will be good. Now I've got these cheapo brushes which I like to use for my gluing. Just debating, do I want a huge one or do I want a not so huge one? I might use my not so huge one. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a mix. And I have a tub full of my old book page scraps, so I'm going to raid that as I go. Probably should have some non-stick paper under this, shouldn't I? You always think you're prepared, but you never are. There. All right. I'm happy with that for my book page, so I'll let that dry and clean up my glue mess, and then we'll be back to do, I think it's some painting maybe next. I have no idea what I'm doing, just going with the flow. So I have let my book pages dry. I need to sit this under something when I've finished doing all the painting and everything. So I'll cross our old book page. So next I think I'll do, we've got stamped background, so I might just stamp a little bit on this before I do anything else. I may do more stamping later, I'm not sure, but to make sure I don't miss that step, I'll do a bit now. So I just raided my stamps and grabbed this old one that I've got, so that will do. And I'll use my archival ink so that I can paint afterwards and it won't come off or go everywhere. Now it's not going to stick onto this. Might just use it with my hand because I don't really care if it doesn't go on properly. Now it looks like it's meant to be that way. So just get some ink on the top. That'll do. Certainly getting enough ink on it. I'm in a sort of haphazard mood today, can't you tell? Right, we've done some stamping on our background. Give that a wipe off before it dries. I'm just catching up on some YouTubes while things dry. Stamp background. Okay, so fluid acrylic paint. Now I don't have anything that is called a fluid acrylic, so I'm just going to add water to some acrylics to make them more fluidy. I don't know whether it will be right or not, but that's what I'm going to do. So I think that will be the next step, and we'll just start getting some colour going. So I grabbed some of my newer acrylics that I got just from the cheap shop. Got maroon, mocha, brown. So they are all that I got of that. So what I will do is just put a bit in here. I doubt I will need very much, especially if I'm adding water, so just do a little blob of each. Although I have no idea because I hardly ever drag the paints out, so. Oop, that one come out good. So I might just pour a bit of water out of my little spray bottle. And make it running. Oh well, that'll be fluidy. Oh, it comes out all right. I think I've got the clumsies as usual. What I can do is just mop up just a little bit with my paper towel, I think. Yeah, I think that's a good amount. Or else I'll have no room to mix them. So we'll see how we go with that. The red's a bit red. Looks darker in the actual plastic than it does when you get it out, but that's all right. Now brush wise, I got all of these because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use for what, so I think I will use this one. We will start with the lighter colour, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm just trying to mix it to make it fluidy. It's not real fluidy, but it will do, hey? We will see. I can always add some more water if I feel the need. Maybe I should spray some on top of that one just to make it a bit thinner. I think that's sort of what we're looking for. So let me just spray a bit. Spraying it and getting everywhere, but that's all right. All right. Actually, kind of liked it when I sprayed it. And water it right down a bit. Yeah, I like that. And then I will use the darker brown. That looks disgusting. So I'll probably just do the same thing, put some on and then give it a bit of a spray. Doesn't mix too well, that stuff. It's like sandy. I suppose that's what you get when you buy cheap paint. I do like the colour of it though. It is fun when you just make a mess and not really care about the outcome too much. Because I know if I care, it won't turn out anything like what I want, so I try not to care. I think I'll just have a crafty evening. I'll probably be up late and just keep an eye on what's happening with the fire as the night goes. I think it'll be fine. Last reports were, I think, that they were starting to get some areas under control, which is good. Just we're meant to get hopefully a good amount of rain tomorrow at about lunchtime, so that is great. Now, do I ruin it with some of the red? Why not? All right, I think that will do for the fluid acrylic part. That's quite, I like it like that. Can I just leave it like that? All right, so I'm going to go and clean up and I'll be back when it's dry. So now the fluid acrylic is dry, so I can cross that one off the list. And we've got stencil and wipe with baby wipe, and we've got metallic paints. So I think I'll work on those next and see if I can mess this up, because I actually really like that. I'm going to do more of that because that looks really cool. So for my metallic paints, I have these cheapies that I picked up from Kmart, Home & Co. for metallic paints. It's like a white metallic in there. That's weird. Probably focus mainly on the copper and bronze, I think. Will go nicely on here, hopefully. And then I did grab some stencils. So I've got this one. I was looking at this border one down here as well. And Kaiser Craft stencil words. I might see if I can try and do a word or something. Now, I haven't done this technique before, so we will see how we go. The wet wipe, I can't believe it's still damp in this weather. Oh, the fire's been downgraded too at the moment to a watch and act, so that's great. So here's hoping they can keep it under control overnight and catch the buggers that lit it, because it probably was purposely lit. Let's start with some gold. And of course I've got to undo the top. Alright, so I might start up in the corner. Some of this, can I fit my brush in there? Yes, just. And I'm going to go across like that. I don't want it too neat, and then it is drying very quickly, so I might actually get straight onto it with my wet wipe and try and get some form of pattern happening here. Didn't it? I thought I'd have to leave it to dry for a bit, but no, it doesn't look like it. Give it a good rub. I think it's kind of working. So let's take this off now. Oh, that'll do. It's a bit square, which I don't know if I like, and it's very bright. Might do a little bit down in the opposite corner. Oh, look, I'm getting paint everywhere. That's all right. That's what mixed media is all about, making a big mess. Oh yeah, I can see it there. It's because it's so glossy, it sort of gets lost a bit, but that's all right. Now, I might just clean this stencil off. All right, now, we want to do this one a bit, so I might put the lid on that. All right, let's try some of the copper. Now I wanted to do a word or two on it. Might try another wet wipe because that one is getting quite dry. So that one can be the one we use to wipe stuff up. Get some colour on it and then I can keep it and use it for a project. So I haven't completely ruined this, it's looking alright still. Now I was thinking of trying to put a word down. Maybe a big one. I've got imagine there. And that's working a lot better because it's a bit wetter. It's hard to get into those little bits. Oh God, I broke the paper there. Don't rub so hard. I'll fix it, let's see. Oh yeah, that's come up all right. I reckon I can go around that with some pen after just to highlight the word more and it'll be all right. So we did a stencil wipe with baby wipe and we did metallic paints. So we've still got glitter paint, fling paint, that's deadly with me. Rubons, Ephemera and ribbon. I really don't like the ribbon, so I'm going to cross the ribbon out. Don't like it for this one anyway. And instead of ribbon, I'm going to use a, now, I have heard that they're not good on acrylic paint. So, but I'm still going to try using one because I've got a few here. I'm going to use one of my, if this doesn't work, I'll use something else, a gel pen maybe. Maybe I should just use a gel pen anyway. Yeah, I'm going to use a gel pen because I think they will go better with on that than my microns. Might go over it again after when it's dry. Okay, so that's our stenciling. We've done some gel pen. Now the glitter paint. No, everyone was really enthused about using glitter paint. I think most people swapped that out. These are the colours I have. They're all very, very Christmassy, but I'm thinking I might get away with using some of this because it's quite clear by the look. So I think a little bit over the red bits might not be too bad. So I think that will be my glitter paint effort. So I'm going to use this little brush and I'll put a little bit in my, whatever you call them things again because my brain's not working, thing. Palette, something like that. We'll see how far that bit goes. That is really watery for some reason, but that's probably good actually because it sort of blends in. All right, that will do for the glitter paint, I think. So at least we can cross that one off. Doesn't ruin it. So we've done the glitter paint, we've done our gel pen. So now we've got Fling, paint, Rubons and add ephemera. So let us see what Rubons we have. These are ones I've picked up from the second-hand store, so the chances of them working is probably little to none. Oh, they're interesting. Wonder how they'll go on there. And look, that's in a nice, neat little zippy purse thing too. So when I've used the Rubons, I can keep that to store some ephemera, which is cool. Even more reason to use these up. So I like this clock. I think the paint's dry enough. I do have a, I thought I had a pop stick here or something. I'll just use our bone folder, that should work. Now let's try this clock first. really good to be doing this actually, because it makes me use all this stuff that just sits around that I wouldn't use these rub-ons on something, you know, like in a journal necessarily, because I'd be worried about them not working. But I would use them on a mixed media because I wouldn't care if they worked or not, because they still add a really cool effect. So we can cross out rub-ons. I don't think I'll use any of the black ones. I mean, they would look cool, but I'll keep them for another project. So now I might do something else with that. I should cross it off so I know I've done it, the rub-ons. So we've done one swap, so we've got one left. We've got Fling paint and add ephemera now. So what I would like to do is fix that up a bit with my gel pens. Okay, finally found my big pack that I got from Kmart. These things are pretty good. They're a good value for how many you get. Get all different types and they work almost just as well. Rough, but it'll do. I think that stands out a little bit better anyway. I'd colour inside of it, but I think that's sort of like cheating in some ways, because the whole idea was to take the colour off with the wet wipe. So I just want to outline them. But yeah, that stands out a bit more. So we've got a Fling paint and our add ephemera. Just thinking if there is any ephemera I'd want to add. I do have these Tim Holtz tiles. I just want to see what they'd look like on here. I could do the word imagine in black tiles or something. Good old Timmy Holtz. Okay, let's just do that. And that can be the ephemera. So double-sided tape. Got some thin stuff here that should work. So get my silver paint out. Don't know if it's going to be wet enough, so I might just water some down. So I'm just going to put some there. Got way too much, but that's all right. Get some water in there. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah, it's working. Got to really give it a good go over, don't you? Oh yeah. Alright, I'm just going to let it dry now, I think, and go and clean up the mess I just made. Actually, I'll clean some of this with my wet wipes so I get more colour on them. It's pretty sad when you try purposely to colour up your wet wipes, isn't it? Now, I just hope I didn't fling paint and everything else. Last time I fling paint, I got it on my stand for my camera. I think I've still got the old paint on there. I think I did better that. Oh, hang on. No, I didn't. Oh, goodness me. I got it on my paints. I got it on my light. Glitter paint, yes. Stencil wipe with baby wipe, yes. Stamp background, fluid acrylic, fling paint, old book page, Rubons, add ephemera. Yes, we did the Imagine metallic paints. And then I swapped out ribbon for gel pen. And, you know, it's not my favourite, but I still like it. I really like the background. I love the what we did with the watered down acrylic paints and the book page as a base. I think I'll do some more of that. Used up some of those rub-ons that annoy me. And yeah, that was fun anyway, so that was cool. Alright, so take care, guys. You're always welcome to pop along to Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters if you want to get in on the fun. We do run a number of challenges each month, just random things. We do the mixed media, we do seasonal collage journal, so we'll be doing that soon for February. Had to think then what month it was. Yeah, I do an embellishment challenge where I pull out, I have a pop sticks that have different embellishments on them, and I pull them out, and then I pull out 3 things we need to use to make them. And then the lovely Sel Degnan, who helps admin as well as Crafty Dork. Sel also finds a cool challenge for us to do as well. Oh, and we have a new challenge at the moment running this year, which is a groupie challenge where a member of the group suggests something for us to do as well, and that started off being heaps of fun. So it's a really good way of getting involved in craft and not thinking about all the silly stuff in the world. So yeah, you're welcome to come along and join if you like. The link will be down below. So take care of yourselves, be good, and I will see you again soon. Bye.